what you need, yeah. Man, I got it. Wow.
Everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show where we talk about sports with comedians, and let's get ready to bring in some of the comics. My man Howie Bell is in the building. Howie, how you
Hey,
doing?
what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm just getting set up. What's going on with you, good brother? You all
Nothing,
right?
man. I'm doing all right. How was your trip? How's your travel? How was everything?
Hey, man, everything was beautiful, man. I can't complain, man.
That's good
Yeah,
to hear.
I'm
That's good.
international now, Frank. I'm international.
That's what happens when you do a movie, Howie. That's what happens.
That's
You're international. That's how it be, bro. That's how
how
it
it
be.
be, man. That's how it
Yeah.
be.
My man Jason Hayes, filmmaker, is in the building too. Filmmaker extraordinaire. Jay, how you doing, sir? How's everything?
Hey, what up, fellas?
What up, though? What's up, good brother?
Hey, we got that player back from the Himalayas.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's how we do. That's how we do. My
Yeah.
man,
Yes, sir. Yes,
comedian
sir.
Damian Jones has also joined us, man. I think he's joined us. There you go. There you go. D Jones, what's happening, bro? How you doing?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Jones.
D Jones, what
What's
up,
up
though?
now?
I like that. I like that. Coming to America shirt, bro. I like that. I
Oh,
like.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I like that. All right, so we got to dive in because I saw a story that I could not wait to get to the fellas. How are you gonna be up first? Because I was like, this has got to be one of the funniest things I've read in a long time. So here's the story. The story is a California school hired a coach, but the police say he moonlighted as a pimp. Cal State Bakersfield's athletic department has been in upheaval since August 29th, when then men's basketball coach Rod Barnes, also known as Rodney Barnes, opened an anonymous email from a tipster who alleged that Barnes's temporary assistant coach, Kevin Mays, was also working as a pimp across 4 states. Other lawsuits, including internal investigation, dismissals, finger pointing, have only served to deepen the department's sense of crisis. Mays, who's been held without bail, this man is still locked up since August, faces a hefty rap sheet of 11 criminal and misdemeanor charges, including felonies such as pimping. Howie Bell, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. A basketball coach moonlighting as a pimp.
Yeah.
Howie, the floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, well, pimps got to have extracurricular activities too. You know what I'm saying? He's an athletic guy. And I laughed at that story in the beginning until I read the end, where he had over 600 images of child pornography.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All kind of dope and guns, and what kind of screening process did Cal State do? I mean, they didn't do a background check. They didn't do nothing. They just like, yeah, you could be this coach. At least he was the assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the head coach, but geez. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't check his background or nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he was pimping them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like he in deep trouble.
Yeah, Howie, I will say like this: if we all trying to get a job, we know we can go where they don't do background checks. Right?
I'm trying to tell you for real. They didn't look at his Facebook profile or nothing. You know, I know he had something on there, some kind of evidence of anything.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. Damian Jones, comedian, talk to me. Tell me what your thoughts are when you hear assistant basketball coach moonlighted as a pimp across 4 states.
Hey, do. Listen, the word pimp is an old school criminal term because now they call it trafficking. But he wasn't even trafficking; he was pimping. Now, if you take the child pornography out of it, like he need to go to prison for life for that. Right. But for pimping, like, hey man, hey, good job. That's old school. That's old school. And LA was the first time I seen a real pimp outside. So he probably went to practice, and then after they ran suicides, I gotta get this money.
You mean to tell me you ain't never seen a pimp in Detroit? Is that what you said?
No, not like I seen them, but they different. In LA, it was 95 degrees. My man still had on the mink.
Oh, okay.
Like that was another level of pimping. Yeah. Our pimps look like regular dudes to be like, can I pump your gas? That's what Detroit pimps look like.
It's funny you saying that with the fur on while you got that shirt on. That's hilarious.
I go get the fur.
Jason Hayes, filmmaker extraordinaire. Talk to me, bro. What's your take on this?
Man, you know, like Howie, man, like you read the headline, and I was like, what? So I chuckled at the headline. I'm like, how you got an assistant coach be a pimp? But like Howie, I read the article.
Mm-hmm.
In the article, I'm like, yo, ain't nothing funny about this.
No.
You know, and I was like, only in Trump's America would they not have the headline be California school hired a coach who was trafficking minors.
Yep.
Because touching kids right now, you know, in America, you can't talk about that now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the biggest toucher in chief, he don't want that out there.
What you
And I'm
call
telling you, bro, this headline would have been different any other way because like, how was it? 600 images of kids. Now, I understand this is kids under the age of 18. That's most prostitutes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most prostitutes are minors.
That's right.
So he was pimping kids.
That's
and
right.
instead of that being the headline, it's pimp. You know, because with that, you would think adult. Nah, man, that ain't what happened with this dude right here because the tipster hit the school up because they were saying, yo, he been pimping on this one little girl since May.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sending her all up and down the West Coast, you know, working for him and stuff.
Yeah.
And in any other time, bro, that's the headline. That's all I want to say about it.
Yeah, bro, you're absolutely right, bro. You can't even knock that. You're absolutely right. All right, and other breaking news today, because there was a lot of it today, bro. Like, we can't even, you know, I don't know about you all, but when I saw this, I was like, uh-oh. And that is because the Buffalo Bills, and you know the Buffalo Bills is in the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills landed a new target for quarterback Josh Allen, agreeing to a trade with Chicago Bears to acquire wide receiver DJ Moore. You know, and that's, you know, right there. Buffalo is sending a 2026 second-round draft pick to Chicago in exchange for Moore and a 2026 fifth-round selection. The Bills will be guaranteeing $15.5 million of Moore's $23.5 million salary in 2028. And, of course, Moore's $23.5 million base salary in 2026 is fully guaranteed. So the Bills just got a lot better, Howie Bell.
They did.
They got a lot better. No matter how you shape it, they got a lot better. What's your take on that?
They got a lot better. I don't know how that's going to pan out for the Bears, but they got a beast. Moore is a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they finally did something towards trying to say, okay, Josh Allen, we can do something for you. We can give you a weapon. You know what I'm saying? We give you a new toy to play with. You know what I'm saying? Shiny new toy. Here you go. They gave him somebody, man, and I think that was a pretty damn good move. I heard about that earlier today, and I was like, wow, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, kudos to the Bills, man. They got, hey, look, Chicago. I don't know them picks. See, them picks, man, be up. They be iffy. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know what you're gonna get with the picks. That's why people like players over picks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I get a player right now that's producing. I'm taking them.
Yeah,
Them picks. Them picks, that's later. Let's find out. That's maybe this. He can stay healthy. That's all kind of stuff involved with that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, good job, Bills.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who I like players too, Howie. I can't even front. But D Jones, when you get a player of wide receiver DJ Moore's, you know, obviously the accolades, you get a player like that. I don't see how Buffalo doesn't do well. You know what I mean? I don't see how they don't do well. What's your take, D Jones?
I could be wrong, but I think DJ Moore is just a name. His name is bigger than what he is right now. I just looked up his stats. He had 50 receptions, 83 targets, 82 targets, and 6 touchdowns. Maybe that's Caleb's fault. I don't know, but I don't think he was the number one option in Chicago no more. I think it was Doomsday. But I'm not scared of DJ Moore going to the Bills. He got a better quarterback, but I think his prime, he might be out of it. So, yeah, cool. I think the second-round pick might be worth more than he is, depending on what they get.
Wow. Well, I do got to say, for the record, the better your quarterback is, the better you're going to be as a wide receiver.
True. But Caleb, nice.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see what Jason Hayes got to say about this. Jay, talk to me, man. What's your thoughts? You think Chicago got weaker? They got better? Bills got weaker, or they got better? Where you at with this trade?
I think both teams help themselves because they're getting something that they need. I think the Bears saw what I saw at the combine. They saw a lot of really good wide receiver prospects that they can bring in on a rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, look, man, we can get off DJ even though we're going to miss his production. We believe enough in Rome. A lot of these young guys come in ready to play right now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and it's a second round pick. You can get a really good wide receiver in the second round. So, but to close it out, to hear D. Jones talking about he ain't really concerned. DJ Moore is for real, man.
Yeah.
He sounds like a former jack-led preacher, who got busted, cheating, in the congregation. About, I don't like big titties. I don't like big titties. I don't like big titties. Because he lying to himself like that preacher. That boy is dangerous. And they still got the same OC, it's the same offense. Keon Coleman, he going to be motivated this offseason to come in, but DJ makes it less important for Keon to come in and play right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Buffalo, they're going to be a problem, man. And James Cook ain't going nowhere either.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so Howie, we're going to jump in the side of politics for just a second, politics and sports, because I wanted to bring up this other story that I ended up seeing. NBA Steve Kerr and Doc Rivers joined a host of coaches, a lot of NBA coaches, who signed a public letter of concern on behalf of student athletes whose independence and integrity of their American universities has so-called, quote unquote, come under political attack. Quote, right now, at both the federal and state levels, acts of political interference threaten the independence of our colleges and universities, the letter stated. Right now, punitive cuts and research funds censoring the curricula, intimidation of university leaders and faculty, and the deployment of federal enforcement officers on college grounds are dividing our campuses and detracting from teaching and learning. Steep funding cuts put women's and Olympic sports at risk. I see where they're going with this, Howie Bell. I think a lot of this has to do with the restructuring of what's going on with college sports as it affects the pro athletes coming out. What's your take on this, Howie Bell? Like, how are you, where you at with this? You side with Steve Kerr and Doc Rivers with this, Howie? What's your take?
So what are they saying, that they're going to have ice on campuses now?
No, what they're basically saying is that there is a concern on behalf of student athletes who have their own independence and with American universities, and that independence basically stems from NIL. That's where they all are talking about. They just didn't say the word NIL, but also leads to that. Then there's cuts for research because you're paying the athletes. There's censoring of curriculum. There's intimidation to university leaders and faculty because what? Because now they're getting strong-armed by the student athletes because the student athletes have what? They have more independence now because of NIL. It's just a lot of different things.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood what you were saying. Okay.
No. I mean, what's happening, though? You got to understand, Trump is interfering with a lot of stuff.
And
I
that's
follow
exactly
college athletics.
Yep.
Like he is wholesale trying to intervene, and impose rules and regulations to limit college athletes' ability to transfer. The transfer portal. He's trying to figure out ways to limit how much money they can make. Plus, he's threatening schools to say, well, if you don't teach this particular thing, this particular kind of way, then I ain't giving you no money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dangerous thing right now, man.
It's a slippery slope, Howie.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is stemming from the NIL agreements where they're trying to peel that back. They're trying to make sure they try to figure out a way how to take that back because by the time Trump got in office, it had already been well underway. But like everything that Jay said, this is what we're doing. You don't want the students to have so much independence. You know what I mean?
And it's that I'll be right here and say, you know what it sounds like to me? Not that you don't want the students to have so much independence. You don't want these, excuse my language, you don't want these Negroes to have no money.
Get back on the plantation.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Get back on the plantation.
That's just what it is. That's what it sounds like on the surface, at least. You know what I'm saying? Y'all making too much money independently. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we can't regulate and control that. Because, like you said, we in a different government right now. They trying to be straight dictatorship. So he's trying to have his hands in every cookie jar. Every single one. He want every single kind of cookie, chocolate chip, oatmeal, raisin. I don't give a damn. He want it all.
Yeah, he do.
Right.
He do. D Jones, what's your take on this, bro?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was going through some files. Let me put these away. I think anything is to get away from these files.
Yeah.
Right.
Anything.
Yeah.
Get away from these files and keep the money out of it. Like how we said, run, Negro, run. But don't get no money. Now when you get money, you got a voice. And they trying to take it away, it sounds like, by any means necessary. But let's get back to these files.
Yeah. You 100% with that. Steve Kerr and Doc Rivers, give them kudos for that, standing up for that. Jay, what's your final? You get the final word on this, Jay. What's your thoughts?
Listen, man. I think I spoke on this in the past, man. But this is one of the things, man, that's infuriating to me when people talk about I don't talk politics. Keep politics out of my sports. Like, bro, there is no separation between politics and sports and everything that affects your life.
That's right.
And this is a case in point example as to if you don't get your politics right, it can mess up your whole goddamn world, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this dude, he wants to be involved with everything except his actual goddamn job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your job is to run the government efficiently and do these things, but he got time for everything but that.
I want to give a shout out to a couple of people who are watching us on Instagram. And Bree Sober said, I hope I pronounced her name right. Bree said these colleges just mad because they can't get paid off these athletes anymore. I think it's a great thing college athletes get paid now. She said, if I was a white athlete getting paid only, it would be okay. Because black athletes are getting paid is the problem. Shout out to Bree, because Bree is absolutely correct. What you think, Jay?
Well, the issue is that the black athletes are the premier stars in the money-making sports.
Right.
Because if it was about hockey and soccer and field hockey, you know what I'm saying, or badminton, we ain't having this discussion because you know who'd have been getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me tell you what I'm seeing, in the college thing. Every kid can leave the school that they attended every year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If they so choose.
That's the problem. That's one of the problems.
No, that's not the problem. Because the issue always was there are no 4-year scholarships in college sports.
That's right.
Exactly. Everybody who was on scholarship in college, it is a 1-year renewable scholarship.
Yes.
And if the school chooses not to bring you back, they don't bring you back.
That's right.
It evens it up.
That's right.
Because if the kid didn't work out and then let the kid go, then it's good business.
That's right.
Well, I mean, he or she wasn't working out. But if the kid come in and ball out, and then he's at Oregon, and then Texas A&M offered him $5 million more a year, and he leaves for that, then he's selfish.
Mm-hmm.
It directly points to the hypocrisy of which this country operates on every level of life.
Yeah.
Well said, my brother. Well said. Let's keep it moving too, because in another issue, Howie, that's got a lot of people talking, which is really crazy to me because it is. UFC heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall has signed with Eddie Hearn's newly established Matchroom Talent Agency. The signing establishment of Matchroom's new agency was announced Thursday as a huge move for both Aspinall and British promoter because it is a UFC and boxing promotion. You know what I mean? Where they both are seeming like that they're merging on a promotional type of level, which really is, according to what I read, is unheard of. I think, Howie, that this could be the beginning of the downfall of boxing as we know it, because we all know boxing, boxing is the boxing audience is shrinking. The UFC thing is quadrupling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's your take on this, Howie?
Man, sound like a bunch of gangsters getting together to make more money.
Look at it, yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? One boxing saying, "Hey, let's do it." UFC saying, "Come on, we'll take you."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a money thing. You know what I'm saying? That's big time money too. And I heard the boxing was controlled by what is that? Some of them dudes over Saudi or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Probably.
it's a whole different ball game right now. Anyway.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
boxing is over with. You know what I'm saying? As far as what we know it.
yeah. I will say this, D Jones, and I firmly believe this. If boxing is around in 15, 20 years, I'll be shocked. I just, the UFC is growing
I
so
don't think boxing will go anywhere because
It ain't
boxing is
going
still
nowhere.
it's still an Olympics. It's still an Olympic sport.
like I said, I will be shocked. Y'all might not be shocked.
It's
Y'all,
a sport. It's a
Nah,
sport.
I get it.
nah.
I get it. But
To me,
let,
UFC is
let,
trash, man. I can't even watch
I
UFC.
think so too. But let me be clear on what I'm saying. Boxing as we know it now, I don't think it'll be around in 15. I'm not saying it's not. I should clarify. Boxing will still be there, but boxing as we know it on pay-per-view and all these big time things with all these big huge battles, I don't think that's going to be here no more in 15.
They get it up front. I mean, like on Netflix.
Bro, again, I just said what I
They get it up front.
D Jones, what's your take on this, bro? UFC champion Tom Aspinall is creating a whole bunch of waves over here with this signing.
I'm with Jay. I don't like UFC. I don't want to see three grown men hugging on the ground for 3 minutes around.
Right.
It's not exciting to me.
Shirtless. With drawers on.
with little gloves. You said it might get his downfall. Boxing has been going down for years and years and years. What it's going to take, though, is a reinsurgence. Somebody with charisma, somebody like a Mike Tyson, somebody like another Floyd Mayweather in their prime, or a young guy to bring it back, man. They need new promoters.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it super commercial, but they might have to. They might have to go to WWE route and spruce it up. You know what I'm saying? But I think boxing, when I was a kid, you can go on regular TV and watch boxing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
And it was more exposure. I seen a dude today on TikTok. He was like, I'm gonna watch my first Mike Tyson highlights ever, and if I don't like it, I'm cutting it off. I was like, this your first time seeing Mike Tyson? But
D
it just
Jones
need more exposure. That's it.
But D Jones, let me just say this, bro. And here's the issue that one of the biggest reasons with boxing that I think is out there, and it's because it's the scoring when you see a fight. You know what I mean? I think that's one of the biggest downfalls, because we all can see a fight and think that boxer A won, and then the judges will come in and say, yeah, that round was a tie, or that fight's a tie. You know what I mean? That's
true.
Yeah.
Well, let me. I want to say one more thing before you close this subject out. I'm gonna be honest. The society has kind of changed too. You gotta be honest. People are different. People don't want to just get beat up no more, and for 10 years or 15. You know what I'm saying? And then they have all these issues health wise and this stuff. I mean, people don't really want to do that. That's why they dance around and then look at Mayweather. Don't really want to get hit. And he's one of the older school. Like boxing has changed. You know what I'm saying? Overall. You don't really have a lot of dummies out there that just stand there and just fight it out. You ain't a lot of Rocky Balboas out there. You know what I'm saying? Just go toe to toe, just beat up each other. That's real boxing. It ain't like that no more. It's fake. You know what I'm saying? So it turned into something else. They already know the decision before it even starts.
Yep, that's 100%.
So
Jay,
it's wrestling.
Jay, you get the last word on this, bro.
Nah, boxing's gonna be around, man, because I mean, what I think people are gonna lose the appetite for is what UFC and MMA is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just chaos, man. I mean, there's nothing like boxing. Even if you don't love boxing, you can watch boxing and understand what's happening. You can see the strategy to it. And you can appreciate different boxing styles, who's slick, whatever. Who's a puncher or whatever like that, man. But for me, boxing went down, and D Jones touched on this, when they took boxing off regular TV.
Mm-hmm.
Because now also you got to think about it. It was inevitable because boxing, was at its height when we had like 3 channels.
Mm-hmm.
So where else were you gonna go to watch it? And so even though it was still popular while we were younger and coming up, it still was less popular than it was to the previous generation, because everything shifted to cable. Well, now HBO doesn't cover boxing anymore. Yep. I think Showtime may still cover it a little bit, but back in the day, HBO was competing, for boxing. Showtime was competing. ESPN was competing. To put on boxing matches.
And Jay, that's because we have real fighters, people that want to fight for real.
I mean, listen. They ain't in that ring pinching each other right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're throwing real blows right now too. But the issue is, the best boxers or dudes who would have been boxers, they're in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they're playing baseball. You know, they're choosing to go play rugby because boxing's brutal. And we know the end result of that. So, you know.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let me move on, man. Howie, before I talk about this Jason Tatum news, because the Jason Tatum news just broke a little while ago, I got to talk about something that I saw about an hour ago. There's been a development in the months of string of burglaries that's been happening to NFL stars like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Joe Burrow, and it all happened basically in the Tennessee federal courtroom because there was a guy who pleaded guilty to interstate transportation of stolen property. His name is Alexander Esteban Hikakuli. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hikakuli Chavez. So let's just call him Alexander Chavez. Anyway, he is part of a group comprising Chilean nationals who broke into homes of athletes across the United States, stealing cash, jewelry, and weapons. They were all charged with interstate transportation of stolen property. But I wanted to bring it up because there is a ring of gangsters out there from Chile who basically got in hold of sports athletes' information and was robbing them across state lines, which I thought it was just people who they knew, you know what I mean? And that, you know what I mean? Like I thought when Travis Kelce get robbed, there's somebody he knew, inside job and everything. But it seems like, again, there was a ring of mobsters out there from Chile who are putting it together, and they finally ended up getting busted. What's your take on that, Bill?
Man, I knew it had to be something because it was happening too frequently when them players was going to play games. They was breaking in their houses and stuff. I remember all these stories, the Joe Burrow story amongst others. It was plenty. Right. I knew it was some kind of operation.
Did you think it was, like, I didn't think that the Travis Kelce and the Patrick Mahomes and the Joe Burrow thing was all connected. Like I didn't think they were all connected. You know what I mean?
It makes sense now, though. Yeah, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because they all occurred. If you remember, all of these occurred when they were either playing a away game or something like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it makes sense. They had this mapped out.
All you gotta do is check the schedule.
Yeah. Yep. All you had to check the schedule. We're gonna hit him. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do wow, they busted that, huh?
Yeah, they busted that whole ring. It's a ring.
Hey, D Jones, if only they could do that with the files. If only we could bust it. That's crazy. Wow. Good. Well, shit. I guess good job to the FBI, whoever did that.
What's your take on this, D Jones?
Well, it wasn't just football and basketball players. It was celebrities. They was breaking in celebrities' houses, and I'm so glad that they caught them because I feel like I was next. Oh, and me being a Tubi star.
That Tubi filmography is dangerous, man.
Yeah, hey, I don't vibe with ICE, but where was they at? Where was they at then? You know what I'm saying? They messing with the wrong folks. They're supposed to be over there, but thank God they got to them, but they got to me. Okay, I got $100 over here.
So what you saying is you surprised that Howie Bell didn't get knocked off before when he came back?
Howie definitely was on the list. He in a brand new Christmas movie. You think he wasn't next?
Yeah. Howie was on that list, boy. Howie was on the list. Jay, what's your take on this, bro?
Hey, thank God they found the boys before they got D Jones Patriot jerseys. You know what I mean? They burn them mugs on TikTok.
That's hate. That's so much hate.
Hey, listen, man. So I pulled it up. I'm looking at the last name. You know, they from Chile, so that's South America.
Yeah.
You know, last name Cortez, Ferralt, Sanchez, Morales, Chavez. Hey, listen, it's good. You know, they got them last names, man, because they speak Spanish, because they going straight to El Salvador. I'm certain about that.
Yeah, with the millions of dollars worth of stuff that they have. Yeah.
Listen, bro, Trump, I'm surprised Trump ain't tweeting about them right now.
That he busted them, yeah.
No, this is why I do what I do. This is why I listen to these five monsters that came here and was stealing from the good American citizens. I gotta send them to the Supermax in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? So it's terrible, bro. But listen, anytime you high profile, and I would say people play too much on social media, but this is just people just looking at a football schedule or an NBA schedule.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you're gonna be out of town. So I don't know how you deal with that, bro. Outside of having 24-hour security, you know, to bust them in their ass when they show up.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Howard, they was talking about you, bro. They were talking
Sorry
about
about that, man. I thought they was at the door. My bad.
all right, just double check it. They were talking
Yeah,
about
double check. No, had a little situation. I'm
you.
good
All right,
though. What's that?
so Howie Bell, we got to talk about now this next story, bro, which, obviously has got me all excited to a certain degree. Then I'm kind of looking at it some kind of different way because Boston Celtics star Jason Tatum is expected to make his debut this season against the Dallas Mavericks tomorrow night at TD Bank North Garden. And it's being reported by ESPN, however Shams pronounces his name. He's reporting it. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks that if he comes back, it's going to be, on Dallas because it's Dallas. I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. It's all outside. What's your take on Jason Tatum coming back this quickly to play?
I don't know, but I saw a picture of him. He had some cornrows or something. I'm like, he coming back with the Latrell Sprewell, the cornrows.
Yeah,
I don't know that. I didn't like the way that looked on him. Yeah, he looked crazy with that. The Chris Brown almost. That style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I like Tatum, man. I think him coming back is huge for Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think that makes the East just that much more interesting. You know, and they were already playing pretty good without him. So him coming back, that makes it, man, it makes it so now New York and Boston can cancel each other out. You know what I'm saying? And then, the Pistons can go and smooth up in that boy,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I like that. I like that. I like that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move on, but I don't agree with you at all, Howie Bell. David Jones, what's your thought, D Jones? Where you at with this with Jason Tatum's return coming back? You think it's too soon? How are you feeling like besides your Pistons fandom? What do you think with this? What do you think
compared to last night? It wasn't soon enough. The Celtics got beat down by the Hornets last night.
Yeah, they did.
They needed Tatum, Bird, Robert Parrish, everybody.
Why we gotta go there, D? Why we gotta go there?
They could have called Reggie Lewis' son or somebody.
They needed ML Carr.
They needed somebody. And there's a steal by Bird. He should have announced the game last night because they needed some help last night. Now, with Tatum coming back, I always thought Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum. I think Tatum just wants the Kobe mentality. He just ain't got it. It's going to be interesting to see if Tatum can take a slight backseat to Jaylen Brown, or will they kind of how that's going to work? Because this Jaylen Brown team, he's an MVP candidate.
So you ain't concerned at all, D Jones? The Detroit Pistons played the Celtics 4 times, and 3 times they beat them by 1 or 2. You ain't concerned? There's no you ain't
no because he's gonna be a little rusty. I'm more concerned he gonna take shots away from your 3-point shooters. He taking them shots away. So I'd rather him shoot them than them cats, them white boy truck.
Okay, all right. Let me see what Jay got to say. Jay, what's your thought of Jason Tatum's miraculous quick return?
First off, hey, it's cold as hell that D Jones said go dig up Johnny Most.
I'm trying to tell you, right?
D Jones said go to the cemetery and bring back Johnny Most. Second of all, you know how I feel? Sealy fingers.
Oh, here we go.
Miss Sealy fingers on them, bro. I hope they lose every game he play in from the time he come back. You know what I mean? And like I said yesterday, this is the most Boston thing you can ever see. He returning the arena sellout because the light-skinned dude who got cornrows now, according to Howie, and he got Trae Young hair, but thicker. You know what I'm saying? So no cornrows don't look right.
They don't.
You know what? You know how, man? He look like somebody from the Netherlands. In the Caribbean. Getting cornrows on the beach.
Yeah.
That's what's on TV right now.
You know what I mean? So now he coming back. With Cooper Flag in the building, man. That's the most Boston they ever. Light skinned dude and the white dude. Of course they up for that in Boston.
Yeah. Because tomorrow
I hope they get all of that.
Tomorrow night is Cooper Flag. That's everybody's talking about Friday night's Cooper Flag night. Howie, I don't know if you heard because I said it yesterday on the show. Cooper Flag are half the state of Maine coming through. You know what I mean? They all be wearing Dallas Mavericks jerseys and everything else, but everybody's talking about Cooper Flag night, the Dallas Mavericks, and the way that the Celtics have lined up now is to make sure Jason Tatum comes, obviously returns that night. So, so the crowd can stay pretty even, if not more. That's what I think they're doing it.
Cooper Flag. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Cooper Flag is the great white hope, man. I'm telling you, man, and he's pretty damn good too.
He's good.
Don't sleep on that white boy from Charlotte.
Hold on.
I don't know, man. Listen, but hey, I'll take this out though.
I'm just saying they both good.
They good.
That's my question. My question.
Good.
That question was going to be to Howie right now, since we talk about Cooper Flag. I saw an article today that was comparing Cooper Flag to Con Knipple out of Charlotte. Right now, people are saying that Con Knipple out of Charlotte is the rookie of the year.
He's better right now than Cooper Flag is.
Right now, he's better than him. Statistically speaking, he's better than him. So my question to you is, Cooper Flag or Con Knipple?
Con Knipple, that's the guy that can shoot the threes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's sweet. Yeah, he's sweet.
Tough.
He's sweet. And now the difference between Con Knipple, he got a sweet ass name too. Con Knipple. But
hey, you gonna do this right here, don't you? You hear it?
Yeah. Connor Knipple. Hey, look, I've conned a few Knipples in my day. but Knipple has played more games than Cooper Flag. And I think Cooper Flag has missed a significant amount of games. You know what I'm saying? And Knipple hasn't missed, I don't think he's missed really any. And so I think that may be the difference in, the thing. They may give it to Cooper Flag because of that. In the least amount of games, he's had more production. And Cooper had a couple games, it's been some high-scoring games, too. A couple 40-point games, and he's done some things. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of 30-point games, too, in that little time. So even though Knipple got a sweet-ass name, you know what I'm saying, and he can shoot the threes, I think that as good as he is, Cooper Flag may get it over him based on the amount that he's done in a short amount of time.
Okay, but who you got?
Con Knipple, just because of the name.
Oh, okay.
I got Con Knipple, baby. But I like Con Knipple because he's I like the 3-point shooting about him. He's a rookie like that. You know what I'm saying? But, Cooper Flag, that's the great white hope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Con Knipple, baby.
All right. Damian Jones. You got Cooper Flag. You got Con Knipple. Both of these dudes came from Duke. They both have their own different separate styles of play. One is definitely a great shooter. One's a shooter and a slasher to the basket. Who you got? Rookie of the year.
Cooper Flag got a better game. He
Overall.
got better all-around game. Con Knipple can shoot the blood out the ball.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag, I think they're going to give it to him because of the hype. And Cooper Flag got a little Tom Chambers in it.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Chambers was a bad white boy. So is both of these white boys. Cooper Flag is dope, man.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it because he went to Duke, but he's dope.
I would
They
say
both went to Duke.
That's right. They both went to Duke. I hope
they
they
were
both
roommates.
lose to
And they both were
VJ,
roommates. Yeah.
to VJ now.
Yeah, but I would say Con Knipple got a little bit of Larry Bird in him to the sense of on the shooting
He
style.
does have a little Larry. But only the three. Larry Bird can do everything.
Yeah, only on the three. The way he
On the
shoots.
three. Yeah.
So Jay, that gives me you got the final word on Cooper Flag or Con Knipple. Who you guys rookie of the year?
This is a marketing thing, man. So they gonna give it to Cooper, even though he ain't the best rookie. Not right now. He could be the best player overall, in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I don't know, man, because Knipple got more to his game than what he get credit for. Like, he put that thing down on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And drive on you and finish around the rim too. But Cooper Flag is like 2-3 inches taller. He used to like dealing with the pressure and the spotlight. He's like a year younger, if not 2 years younger than Knipple. But if it's me, I like Knipple because he has that thing that everybody covets. He can shoot the rock.
Yeah.
He can shoot it consistently. Now, we think Cooper might develop into a shooter, but right now, that ain't in his, he ain't got that in his bag right now. And some dudes never figure that shooting thing out. So if it's me, I'm taking Knipple.
I will say this for the record: Knipple is more important to his team than Cooper Flag is to his. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like Knipple is keeping. Charlotte is on a hot streak right now, and they're on fire since the All-Star break.
They compete.
Because of Knipple. You know what I mean? Cooper Flag has not been as exciting like that for Dallas Mavericks. He's not winning games for Dallas Mavericks. He's helping them, but he ain't winning games like Knipple is winning, for Charlotte. You know what I mean? So,
but he averaging 20 a game, and so is Knipple.
Yeah, but he's averaging that. But when Knipple's hitting his shots, he's hitting shots at pivotal times. That's why I'm thinking he's more important. And right now, as he's saying right now today, he's more important to his team and is the rookie of the year. Which brings me up to LA Laker question. And I saw this as an article, Howie Bell, and I read the article and I thought about it and I said, let me ask the fellas because I know what I think. The article said, Howie Bell, that Marcus Smart could be the answer for the Lakers because of his defense prowess. Coming down to the to the playoffs because the backcourt of the Lakers is so bad. But when Marcus Smart is on the floor, they're not as bad. So the question was, is Marcus Smart the answer for the LA Lakers going into the to the playoffs? Howie Bell, what's your answer?
There's only one guy who was called the answer, and his name was Allen Iverson.
You are correct.
So, as far as my memory serves me as a grown man, Marcus Smart, is he the answer for them? I like Marcus Smart too, but I think that they do need him. You know what I'm saying? Defensive wise, I mean, that's really all they really have. You know what I'm saying? As far as somebody that's going to, really do something. But, the answer, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think they need everybody to step up.
Interesting take. Interesting take. Let me ask you, D Jones, where because at the end of the day, we talk about it all the time. We talk about Luka has deficiencies, and Luka's now creating a huge problem with the Lakers and everything else. So is Marcus Smart the answer to you heading into the playoffs for the Lakers?
You said you read this in an article
on ESPN. I think it was ESPN or Yahoo. One of them. Yeah.
They didn't have anything else to write about. Like they really wrote an article about Marcus Smart being the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. The answer to what? Winning the championship? Because is Marcus Smart like gonna get DeAndre Ayton height and play defense? Because he can only play defense on one person. Mm-hmm. He's great at defense. I will give him that. But come on, man. No. Let's write about something else, man. I don't know, bro. No, this ain't it.
All right, well, let me ask you this, D Jones. Jump off the track for a second. Do you think DeAndre Ayton was a good signing for the Lakers right now? Because I think he's a bust. Honestly, that's what I think. But that's my opinion. What you think, D?
You asking me this question? Is that all we got to talk about? Yeah. No.
You don't think he's a bust? Okay.
No, he's a bust.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, DJ. I appreciate that answer. So, Jay, is Marcus Smart the answer for the Lakers to go play deep in the playoffs? Is he help them with his defensive prowess? Is he the solution that JJ Redick is trying to get? Because JJ is up in the air and trying to keep his job, bro. You already know all this stuff. So, what's your take?
Man, Marcus Smart on his best day at his peak wasn't the answer for no goddamn winning for nobody. What are you talking about? Hell no, he ain't the answer.
I thought the same thing, Jay, because the minute the Celtics got rid of him, they won the championship. But that's
right. I mean, the answer is Luka getting his ass somewhere, and get his foot speed together and get some heart to guard somebody. That's the answer. Mm-hmm. Because right now, defense is their problem. And I get it. Marcus Smart is known for defense, but Marcus Smart was 2 grades ahead of me in high school. Mm-hmm. So how much he got left in the tank? You know what I'm saying?
That's low.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, he 32 years old. He's been hurt a lot. He ain't never been like a scorer like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can be streaky here and there, but what the Lakers need, they need a dude, that's ball dominant like Luka, to be more efficient offensively and to learn how to guard at all. You know what I'm saying? He can't guard at all, and that is their problem.
Yep, I agree with that.
I know the Lakers' solution.
What?
They need Wemby.
Hell yeah.
Listen,
yeah, you bring Wemby in, we can do
that. Don't put it past the Lakers, man, because the Lakers might pull a rabbit out the hat and end up getting him in the next 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean?
Spurs ain't letting him go.
No.
NBA loves San Antonio, man. They need him down there.
Lakers get the best centers in history, so
Yeah. So what y'all saying on the record is you never see Wemby landing in the LA uniform?
He would never leave San Antonio.
I don't
What
think
the
so.
Lakers
I won't say never, but I don't. It's not likely.
Yeah,
The year 2050, he might leave San Antonio.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna take that long. I literally think that somehow or another, with the way the NBA is and the way that they love the LA market, the LA gets everybody big name.
They're a favorite teams.
I get it.
San Antonio is a small market team per se,
Jay,
and everybody got to be viable, and they got championships.
Jay, I ain't disagreeing with you. I ain't disagreeing with you. Everything you're saying and everything you're about to say, I'm already agreeing with you. I'm not. But the only thing I will disagree with you on is, and I said it again, I'm gonna say it again, is LA finds a way to get big market players in their uniform, and they do it every couple of years.
Well, they got Luka right now. That's their shot right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They might get the next one.
And I think
you know what I'm saying?
I think the next one could be Wemby.
It ain't gonna be Wemby though.
You know, it's why I like bringing it up, because it's a debatable subject. Because we all seen it over the years, over the past 20 years. These guys who come out, or they.
What about Giannis?
No, I don't see Giannis.
They might get one of Sean Kemp's swell kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
But that's it.
That's it. All right, let's talk about OKC, Howie Bell, because OKC, they have a lot of issues, Howie, and I mean a lot of issues. Right now, they basically won against the New York Knicks last night, but they're having issues with Alex Caruso. He got left calf tightness. Isaiah Hartenstein has issues. Alex Caruso has hip contusion. Hartenstein had left calf tightness. They have a lot, and I mean a lot of injuries on and off and everything else. So people are concerned about OKC going back to the finals. Where you at? What's your thought about this, Howie Bell?
I'm about as concerned as that as
I'm damn about OKC.
I'm about as concerned as that as Donald Trump is about the American people.
You don't give a damn at all, then, bro.
That just doesn't matter, man.
You couldn't care less if you wanted to.
Care less. You know what I'm saying? OKC will be just fine, bro. They and you know, by the time the playoffs come and getting into these people coming back is just only going to add. They're still winning. I mean, like, you know, I don't. And now SAG is back. So I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I think they're okay.
Okay, what's your take on this, D Jones? Where you at with this?
Man, I'm so concerned and about Alex Caruso and Hartenstein. It hurts my heart to hear that they're hurting, and oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself. OKC gets it together, and I'm praying for them to get it together because I don't give a piss. Okay, like, hey, we got a chance to make it to the finals. You think I want to see the foul merchant? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up in a second too. It's a great point. I'm gonna bring up that Mike Brown situation in a second. What's your take, Jay?
Like, this is a prime example of how things are right now, you know, in this country specifically, but around the world, you know, when it comes to sports media. People are so used to, to write negative stuff that they just got to search for negative things to write about. They're incapable of writing something positive or something nuanced, you know, that shows depth because everything's clickbait. Dude, for all these concerns, they still have the best record in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Not in the Western Conference, not in that division, in the damn NBA. And it's a 4-game lead over Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So what are we even talking about concerns, dude? It's early March.
That's right.
They got time to heal, rest up, whatever that is. The team is deep. I mean, there's nothing to be concerned about other than people trying to gin up something.
100%. You're right about that one. Which leads me to another thing about OKC. Mike Brown had an issue with SGA, Howie Bell. He basically called him out because this is what he said. He said, quote, unquote, he said he does a great job of convincing refs he's getting fouled. And he had an issue with that, especially the other night when the Knicks played, I think that was last night, when the Knicks played OKC. He had his issue with that. So, you know, he made a big stink about it. You can see him complaining about that to the refs all night long, and he's not liking it. And he would have probably said more if he was asked more about it, but he left it at that. What's your take on what Mike Brown says? You think SGA knows how to work his way around the refs?
All of them do this. All of them. They all shoot and stick their legs out and put their arms out. They all do this. Every single good basketball player knows how to draw fouls.
Mhm.
Every single one. I don't care who's from. You can go all the way back. All of the good ones know how to draw fouls.
Mhm.
So he's mad because they lost, or because this man is getting foul calls. I think you know what I'm saying. I mean, like whistles. What is he mad at? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Don't do that. He sounds like pure hater. If you really want to be honest.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? That sounds like some haterism. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the refs just calling the whistle. This man is the MVP in the league.
Reigning MVP and NBA champion.
Right.
Yeah,
He supposed to get no calls?
Come on, man. He can't get no calls. He just won a championship, bro.
He gonna get all the calls. What's your take?
Like, what are you crying and complaining about? You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, man. Everybody do this, bro.
He has a point. The only point last night, he went to the foul, he shot 7 free throws last night. One of them because Mike Brown had a technical foul. But
that's it.
But I watched a lot of SGA. There's 3 people I've seen in NBA history that you can put your hands behind your back to guard them, and they're gonna get a foul call. One of them was James Harden. Remember when he played with Houston? Cats wouldn't even put their hands up, and somehow he still got the call. SGA is a sure enough foul merchant, and the third most is on the Knicks. So you need to shut up because Jalen Brunson do the same exact thing.
I can't even dispute it because he does. So I don't know what he's talking about. Jay, what's your thoughts?
Man, it's a bunch about nothing, man. Listen, it's the NBA. That man is the reigning league MVP, reigning finals MVP, and NBA champion. Listen, so if you don't like this man getting calls, why were you supporting Michael Jordan getting calls?
Right.
Why were you supporting any great player in the history of the league getting calls that other players don't necessarily get? Those are the rules, baby. You know what I'm saying? Them's the rules. You don't like the rules, go over there and play another sport, man. You know what I'm saying? Tennis or golf, something individualized. Go swim.
Yeah, 100%.
And guess what? Let me answer that, Frank. If they don't like you, you don't get no calls. They can punch you in the face. Draymond Green ain't gonna get the call. You know what I'm saying? They just not gonna give him Draymond the same call. You feel me?
Draymond ain't getting that call, bro.
He ain't gonna get the call,
waiting
bro.
for Cage to get to that status.
I'm a Boston Celtics
get
fan.
up there.
Jaylen Brown don't get no calls like that. None. And
neither does Cage either. So I'm waiting on that to happen.
Yeah, but don't happen. It don't happen if they don't like you. But anyway, White Chocolate has joined the room. What's up, man? How you doing? And what you want to add to this before you roll up out of here?
I'm good, guys. How you guys doing?
What up,
Chocolate?
All right, listen, I got 2 things. When you guys were talking about the coach doing the pimping,
yeah,
nobody said pimping ain't easy.
Because Mo's not here.
Number 2, right? Y'all didn't say like you usually say. I forget which one of you guys says it. He out in the streets. Right? And you guys, Detroit Piston fans, y'all better be careful what you wish for. Trying to dig up Johnny Most because Bird's gonna come back and steal the ball. Your dreams are gonna
you have the funniest impressions. They're horrible, but they're funny.
Horrible.
They're horrible.
Oh my God. I hated the Celtics, man, but I respected Johnny Most so much because he was awful, man. It made me hate him that much more.
He was.
I hated him so much, I actually respected him.
If you didn't wear a Celtics uniform, you yeah.
He called Larry Bird some names. That foul, Larry Bird.
Oh, Larry Bird.
Yeah, the thing that amazes me is how did y'all hear Johnny Most when y'all are in different markets? I don't understand that.
Because they kept beating the Pistons.
Yeah, the Pistons. Yeah, we knew about it. Detroit knew about all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I cried.
And that's why I hate to think about that.
Hey.
Because
I cried.
right.
When ESPN News was good, that's all you would see. And there's a steal by Bird.
Steal by Bird.
24/7.
DJ with the steal. DJ with the steal. Oh my God, I hated them. Oh, I hate them boys, man.
It's funny listening to y'all Johnny Most impressions because y'all are terrible. Y'all are terrible, but it's good. All right, so
We don't smoke 20 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah, actually probably more like 40, but yeah.
While the game was going on.
He looked like a gremlin too. He looked like he had huge.
He looked like he sound.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, come over here.
But he had a great job though. I'd take his job in a second. See all the Celtics games. Yeah, that's a great job. Okay, so we get ready to roll up out of here. Howie Bell, before we roll up out of here, you first, bro. Tell us how we can follow you. Tell us about Amsterdam. Tell us what you got going on, bro. What's going on?
Man, Amsterdam and Rotterdam. They both were nice. The Netherlands were amazing. Shouts out to everybody that I hung out with over there. They were amazing. The promoters, the Bounce comedy tour. They've been doing it for a long time over there, and I was, it felt good to be a part of that tradition. His name is Regilio, and and all of his family and his sisters, man, they were really good to me. It was really, really dope. I never went to the red light district though, but it was cool. But I went to visit a few coffee shops as they
officially.
Say. Yeah. So I went to the coffee shop.
You say on the air that you went to the red light district anyway. So okay.
right.
Clean and tell
It's
us.
just a bunch of flashing red lights, Frank. That's it.
He went to Motel 6 to keep the light on for you.
It's where the cops it's where the cops by the best sirens.
But you can follow me at Howie Bizzell, HOWIEBIZZELL, and Howie Bell on Facebook.
D Jones, how you doing? What you got going on, bro?
If I go to Amsterdam, I'm going to the red light district, okay? It's on the record.
And you won't tell none of us, right? You won't tell us on Box Seats that you did, right?
Oh, no. I'm going to have video.
Okay. All right.
Follow me at 313D Jones. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do comedy in Harlem tomorrow, if I'm going to catch this flight or not. But tonight, catch me in front of my TV as my Pistons get revenge on the Spurs.
Right.
I'm booking a guaranteed winning night. It's booked.
Okay.
As long as you don't bet on it.
Comedy in
Well,
Harlem. Comedy in Harlem is who? What's that guy's name again? I know that dude. He works for
Jamie
homeboys are
Roberts.
headlining tomorrow.
Yeah, Jamie. He works for the radio station. He works with Hot 97, I think.
He does. Jamie Roberts and his wife. They're beautiful people, man. Great black-owned comedy club in New York, in Harlem.
My homeboys headlining tomorrow. Big JJ and Moat Williams. So if y'all out there, go check them out.
Yeah, that's my people. Jay, tell everybody how they can follow you, bro.
And you can follow me at JD Hayes over at Fan Base. And real quick with Howie, it's good that Howie was married because my man, my roommate back in Philadelphia said he went to the Netherlands. He said one of them ogres almost made him not come back to America.
Oh, trust me.
He said he was wooden shoe shopping and everything, bro.
Hey, listen, man. I had a couple ogres smile at me. That's for sure. I had a couple of them smile at me.
He texted us. He was like, "Hey man, ogres got me on lockdown. I might not make it back."
Hilarious. White Chocolate. Tell everybody out there they can follow you, bro. What's going on?
Follow me and Frank on Boston Straight Shooters on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep, should have a good show. The next show should be a good one.
Tonight.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. We're getting ready to roll up out of here. The name of the show is called Box Seats. I got through the show with the flu. I'm amazing. Didn't tell nobody.
Good job, brother.
Yeah, sweating. By the way, wanted to say this. There are people who are watching the show who love it, and I love where it's going. So thank you all for doing this. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching too. So thank you all for all
chiming in, people.
Yeah,
thank you.
We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Peace.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it,